A look over a packed-out FIFA fan festival in downtown Atlanta for one of Spain's group stage matches. The club is one of the favorites to win the whole tournament. They took down Saudi Arabia today in dominant fashion, 4-0, to pick up their first win of the World Cup. And it had Centennial Olympic Park buzzing. That's where we find Atlanta News First reporter Adam Murphy tonight. Adam, great energy from Spanish fans out there today.
It definitely was, Sydney, and FIFA Fan Festival is closed right now, but earlier it was packed and it was rocking as fans cheered Spain to their first victory. A sea of red and yellow took over Centennial Olympic Park Sunday as thousands of soccer fans celebrated Spain's dominant World Cup victory.
We are going to win the World Cup. Yeah, for sure. We ended up taking the win, and we're happy, man. It was a good game, man. Go Spain.
The FIFA Fan Festival was packed hours before kickoff, with supporters from around the world gathering to watch the match on the giant screen in the heart of downtown Atlanta.
This is amazing. Like, American, but I got roots in Spain. My father from Spain. Like, this is the best of both worlds right here. Atlanta, World Cup going on. The energy's hot, and we got Spain victory. It doesn't get better than this.
Every Spain goal brought an explosion of cheers from the crowd. Fans jumped, sang, and waved flags as the Spanish national team cruised to victory, turning the park into a massive celebration.
Viva España! Lamine Yamal is the next best player of all time after Messi. We're taking it home again.
And after the final whistle, the party continued throughout the afternoon as Spanish supporters soaked in a memorable World Cup moment.
If you're not paying $2,000 for a ticket, this is the spot right here. This is the spot. People from all different countries, different nationalities. This is what it's all about, the World Cup.
And it's definitely a bargain compared to those tickets to get into the stadium. But the FIFA Fan Festival is quickly becoming one of the popular World Cup destinations here in the city, as they've had large crowds for every match just about every day. Live in downtown Atlanta, Adam Murphy, Atlanta News First.